First and foremost, I want to express my complete thanks and gratitude and love for everyone who's been extending an arm, reaching out, showing love, showing support, all that stuff for my mom. I really do appreciate it. It really hits me right here in the heart. You know, I'm awed and I'm humbled by everyone, all you viewers, all you guys who are pulling for my mom, and it means so much to me. It really does. Like, you know, making these videos and everything and having the Lifeless Scripted family, you know, it's really cool and everything. But sometimes in the back of my head, I think, oh, I don't take it with a grain of salt. It means a lot. Don't get me wrong, it means a lot. But sometimes I'm thinking, oh, okay, you know, they might not want to hear about personal issues or this and that. But the fact that the response I got was so overwhelming, like I got a little emotional about it, and like I gotta say, thank you so much. Like deep down from the bottom of my heart, I mean, if I could reach out and just hug everyone and thank you so much and just hold you and just let you know that I appreciate everything that you're doing, you're hoping, you're praying, just the words of love and support that you show. It means so much. I'm so grateful for it. All right, so I just had to say that first. Secondly, as for the update with my mom, I think the reason why Ruth and I haven't really said anything over the past few days is because the thing was, okay, so my mom, at first, when she arrived at the hospital, she was first put on oxygen, then CPAP, and then she's on a ventilator, right? And she was also admitted to the ICU. So it's like the worst you can get, pretty much. And, you know, we were all my family and I and friends, whatever, we were all very upset and distraught over the whole situation. And we're looking for every possible way, every means of her to recover, to get better.
Yeah.
And we had no idea what to expect. We're like, you know, of course we never give up hope. We're always praying, always hoping. And over the past few days, apparently she's been the same.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, she has been taken out of ICU, which is good. And she's in, I think it's called RCU, Respiratory Care Unit, which is like a little bit better. But the thing is, every time we get an update from the nurses and doctor, they said that she's not doing very well. Yeah. Now, I don't know what that means. I mean, it tells me that, you know, it's just a matter of time till who knows when. But the most recent update we got from our doctor was that it doesn't look very hopeful.
Yeah.
And it gets me really sad, and it kind of just like gets me angry too at the same time, because I'm like, it's just a waiting game. I hate that. I just don't. For me, there's got to be some sort of hope. If we're just waiting for people to die, that just sucks. It sucks. There's got to be something that can be done. All right. Because like, and this isn't just for my mom, this is for everybody, like, that's suffering from COVID. You know, everyone that is, you know, in the ICU or on their last legs. Like, instead of just waiting, like, do something, you know? And like, we hear about all these experimental drugs and treatments and everything like that. And, you know, I just want to give a shout out to, you know, I have 3 siblings, right? I have a sister, she's the oldest, an older brother, and a younger brother. And we've all been very supportive. We're all doing everything we can for her. But I really have to give a shout out to my younger brother, Daryl. He's been a champion, a hero. He's going above and beyond. He's far and away. He's been contacting a lot of medical doctors that he knows, either friends or friends of friends or acquaintances, whatever. Yeah. He's been writing emails. He's been very instrumental in researching and looking up any possible treatments and medications and drugs, whatever that, you know, our mom could take. And, you know, he did run that by through the doctor. The doctor, unfortunately, wasn't really taken to it. He's like, nah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's like, yeah. So my little brother gets a little frustrated. We're all getting frustrated, saying, you know, you keep denying her these things. I mean, like, we just want to try something. You can't just let her lay there and do nothing, right? Because apparently, you know, if she's not getting better, then, I mean, we just don't want to wait for her to waste away. That's just ridiculous. It's just if she's gonna suffer that way, then it's just not acceptable.
I think also that, not to cut you off or anything, okay, one of the things that we were struggling most was also that we saw on the news, and we see that a lot of these nurses, you know, a few of them post like photos and videos on Facebook. We see them and how they haven't seen their families for a very long time, and they're running up and about, and there is just a lot of chaos. The doctors, you know, some of them don't even eat long periods of time. So we heard that they're so busy that they're not able to give everything to everybody equally. So we also know that. So don't get us wrong. We're not frustrated because of that. We know that you're doing above and beyond.
I'm sorry, yeah. I'm glad Ruth mentioned that. That's so true. It's not to say that, believe us, like, we know the nurses and doctors are just, they have their heads spinning, they're so overwhelmed and everything. Like, I get it. Like, believe me, I'm extremely empathetic to that.
Yeah.
Like, we all are, right? But I mean, like, the thing is, it's just me thinking that, you know, you have all these patients, again, not just my mom, but other patients that are just laying there. If nothing's working, you got to try something. You guys, I'm like, you know, we're almost out of options. There's one thing they're going to try. Yeah. And he actually just recently researched another form of treatment, and I think mom might be eligible to receive that. I don't know if it's going to happen. We have our fingers crossed. We're just hoping and praying that everything gets better. I mean, there's really nothing else we can do. You know, we're stuck. We have our hands tied. We can't visit her, you know, talking to her and stuff. We were able to FaceTime her once.
The hospital had this thing where you could FaceTime them, but then connecting all of the siblings together and then all of them being on one just so they could see her. Even if they couldn't talk to her, be able to see her was a little bit more harder. I know that your sister was able to see her. Your brother was able to, little brother was able to see her. You weren't able to see her because he couldn't be an add-on. For some reason, it didn't work, multiple people. So, but what happened was yesterday when we got the news last night, to prepare ourselves that she might not make it through it, it just really, really hit us like a ton of bricks. I mean, surely him. And then that's when I told Derek, maybe you should just have the hospital, call the hospital and see if you can talk to her nurse and see if she can put a phone over to her ear. So at least, you know, he could say some words, and maybe if she's in there somewhere, she could hear it and then maybe even fight harder.
Yeah, and that was a great idea. So that's what we did. Like, Ruth had an amazing idea. Like, again, my mom, she's asleep, unconscious, whatever you want to call it. And so I called the hospital. I was able to get in touch with the nurse. And long story short, she was able to get a cordless phone to my mom's ear while she was sleeping. And Ruth, me, and Summer, we were all, gave her such a warm, loving greeting, the best that we could. We're like, hey, Mom, we love you. We're pulling for you. Get better. Get well soon. We need you, you know, da-da-da. But in Summer, we had Summer say, I love you, Grandma. We love you. I love you, and all that stuff. And you know, it was really like, it was really sweet. You know, we did our best, and, you know, hopefully, I mean, I don't know if she heard it. You know, we can always pray and hope that she did, and she could pull through this. And yeah, so, you know, we're going to try to FaceTime her again. Again, if she's not awake, at least just to see her and just to say words, and, you know, maybe through some other means, even though she might not be awake to hear it, maybe it just spiritually just passes through or something, or just gets to her, you know?
Yeah.
And I think this brings me to, like, another thing. Is like, in case anyone's wondering, like, why, well, obviously everyone does everything they can for their loved ones, right? I think the reason why I'm, like, so focused on my mom is, like, I don't know, I'm not ready for her to let go yet. Like, she's 72, you know, she does have underlying health problems, and, like, I know they're the most prone to, more susceptible to this disease and everything, and, you know, it's terrible, and, you know, it's I don't want to be like, oh, Derek, just give it up already, just, you know, this is the way, it's just the reality. Like, I can't do that. I can't, because I honestly feel, I genuinely feel she has a few good years left in her. She does have more life to live. Like, she's done so much. She can really do a lot more.
She just retired, for God's sake.
Yeah, she just retired, and this is in comparison to my father, right? So my father passed away 9 years ago. But the thing was, like, I was as upset that I was, and I was really upset when he passed away, because he was only 68. But, like, he was really sick. He was really sick. He had a lot of underlying conditions. We kind of knew he was going to go. Like, I mean, everyone kind of knew it. Like, it hit me like a ton of bricks, don't get me wrong, and I was crying for days. I was so upset. And, like, I wanted him to live. But, like, I was more prepared for it, because I kind of knew the reality of the situation was. Yeah, not only Parkinson's, but he had cancer. He had, like, so many things. So, like, it was really bad. But, like, I knew it was coming, and I was almost ready for it. I hate to say it like that, but I knew it was coming. I was, like, ready for it. And, like, and when it happened again, I was super upset, and, like, I hated it. I wanted him to be alive, but, like, he died, he passed, and, you know, I dealt with it. So for my mom, in this respect, what contrasts that is that, you know, she does have some underlying health conditions, but they're kind of minor. It's nothing, like, really too major. And like I said, like, she has a lot going for her, and I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's so hard to just, see her in this condition and to let go. So just want to say, we're going to continue hoping and praying for her.
All of his 4 siblings, you know.
3 siblings.
But there's all 4 of them. But the person who was much very close to Annette, her name was Derek, because Derek lived with her for a very long time. After Derek's dad passed away, Derek moved back from Japan. And then he was living there helping his mom out. And then I think maybe not even a year after that, that's when Derek met me. And then I moved in with him. And we lived there 7 years together. So we've been there. I've been there. I feel like I've been there forever.
Yeah.
And he's been home, you know, helping, taking care of her. So I feel like they have a really much stronger bond, I would say. Obviously, everybody has a stronger bond with her, but I feel like you probably had the most stronger bond, and that's why it's maybe a little bit more harder on you. But we're gonna still keep the faith. I think times like this make us remember the last communications we had with people. Like, I mean, I remember my last communication I had with her was going over there to the house after we had moved to get my Christmas stuff, because it was getting ready for Christmas and I wanted to just make a tree and put the Christmas ornament. And I just remember saying hi, you know, Merry Christmas, and then you was just going back there and getting Summer's car, remember? And it's funny because I fought him so much. I'm like, why are you going back to get that car? It's not even summertime yet. The horse and carriage. And he's like, I have to go, I want to go, I have to go. And you end up going. I was a little pissed at you because you went. But thank God you went, because
that was a few weeks ago. COVID was going on. You know, Ruth was concerned. It's like, you know, you don't want to leave the house. But I'm like, oh, I have to see Mom. You know, so of course I practiced the social distancing and everything. I would, you know, refrain from touching a lot of stuff. You know, I didn't even hug her, whatever. The thing was, it was nice seeing her. I was there for a few hours. It was just me and Mom, you know, we were talking and stuff. I got some stuff done. I ended up even taking a nap there because I was tired.
You did.
But the last time I talked to her actually was, it was last week on Wednesday when she was arrived at the hospital. She was just on oxygen, wasn't CPAP, wasn't the ventilator, so I was able to speak with her. And it was a nice conversation, actually. It wasn't that bad. It was only 5 minutes, but it was still pretty good. And, you know, I expected it to get better. I was hoping things would get better and that, you know, I would see her afterwards, or I'd be able to talk to her, but unfortunately that wasn't so. But like I said, these little phone calls, these little things that we're doing, especially like last night, hopefully it goes through, and that's it.
Yeah, I want to read a few things that we got in the, and trust me guys, we see all the messages that you sent. There's lots of them, and obviously we can't read all of them, but I picked a few to read over the phone. Sonia Cooper said, I know how you are feeling. I was there just a few days ago. I lost my mom, 73, on the 5th of the month. From the virus, she had a lot of underlying health problems. The pain is terrifying, not to be the next to your mom while she is fighting for her life. So I'm praying for your mother to be healed so you can hug her again.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sonia. Those words mean a lot.
Yeah. My prayers are with you. See if you can prone her.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. That was one of the things.
Prone her, put her on her belly. Yeah. That had been helping with my auntie and uncle. It's basically turning her onto her stomach and taking the pressure off her lungs. Yeah. So we did talk about to the doctor about that multiple times. But you know, it's so much they can do, because you know, how do you move somebody, you know, onto their stomach when you're hooked up with all these things? It's a little bit more difficult. Yeah. So Donna Flack said, pray that she is healed in the name of Jesus. Nice. Women in their 70s are surviving this too. God will see you through. Stay prayed up.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Donna. Lorena Jennings says, praying for your mom, uplifting your family in prayer, and praying for this world during the difficult time. Yes, we are all praying for everybody who is going through this too. Deborah Carol says, I am so sorry. We'll keep your mother in my prayers. God bless you. Remember, Jesus is our healer. He took 39 stripes on him for our healing. I will pray for your mother that Jesus heal her and she'll get well soon. Amen to that.
Thank you. Amen.
And then we have
Jalila, I think so, yeah. Your mother is in my prayers. I have a cousin who is in his 60s who's recovering from this horrible virus. God be the glory. He will answer our prayers in the name of Jesus. Amen. Very nice. Thank you. Amen. This is my first time to your channel, and this broke my heart. I am sending healing energy, positive vibes, and prayers of hope that your mom pulls through. Mrs. Jetta Byrne. Thank you.
Thank you.
And finally, Miss Michelle, as a fellow Long Islander, I am praying for your mom and your family. God is on the throne. Bless you all. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
And then there was a reply to that made by MC. I am also, same name spelling, joining with you in prayer. Thank you, MC.
Thank you so much.
So guys, thank you again so much for your prayers and helping. You guys, there's a lot more of those. We just wanted to pull a few and,
yeah,
you know, just praying. That's all we can do, you know? Pray, hope, and hope. That's it. Just want to hope for the best. So, you know, obviously I'll bring you another update. We'll see what happens. Hopefully,
oh God,
you know, if a miracle happens and she leaves that hospital, that would be.
Oh my God, we're having a barbecue this summertime.
Like I will.
If that happens,
I don't even know what to say.
Party.
I just like it's just gonna be amazing. So.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you'll see us soon in another video, okay?
Yeah, sorry. We'll see you soon in another video.
See you in another video.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.